Who's there? Nay, answer me. Stand, and unfold yourself. Long live the king. Bernardo, he. You come most carefully upon your hour. 'Tis now struck 12. Get thee to bed, Francisco. For this relief much thanks. 'Tis bitter cold, and I am sick at heart. Have you had quiet guard? Not a mouse stirring. Well, good night. If you do meet Horatio and Marcellus, the rivals of my watch, bid them make haste. I think I hear them. Stand, ho! Who's there? Friends to this ground, and liegemen to the Dane, give you good night. Oh, farewell, honest soldier, who hath relieved you. Bernardo has my place. Give you good night. Holla! Bernardo, say, what, is Horatio there? A piece of him. Welcome, Horatio, welcome, good Marcellus. What, has this thing appeared again tonight? I have seen nothing. Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of him, touching this dreaded sight, twice seen of us. Therefore I have entreated him along with us to watch the minutes of this night, that if again this apparition come, he may approve our eyes and speak to it. Tush, tush, 'twill not appear. Sit down a while, and let us once again assail your ears, that are so fortified against our story, what we have 2 nights seen. Well, sit we down, and let us hear Bernardo speak of this last night of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole had made his course to illume that part of heaven, where now it burns, Marcellus and myself. The bell then beating 1. Peace, break thee off. Look, where it comes again, in the same figure, like the king that's dead. Speak, I'll go no further.
Mark me.
I will.
My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak, I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge, when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fast in fires, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burned and purged away. But that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house, I could a tale unfold whose latest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood, make thy 2 eyes, like stars, start from their spheres, thy knotted and combined locks to part, and each particular hair to stand on end, like quills upon the fretful porpentine. But this eternal blazon must not be to ears of flesh and blood. List, list, oh, list, if thou didst ever thy dear father love.
O God.
Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder.
Murder most foul, as in the best it is, but this most foul, strange and unnatural.
Haste me to note, that I, with wings as swift as meditation or the thoughts of love, may sweep to my revenge.
I find thee apt, and duller shouldst thou be than the fat weed that roots itself in ease on Lethe wharf. Wouldst thou not stir in this? Now, Hamlet, here, 'tis given out that, sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me, so the whole air of Denmark is by a forged process of my death, rankly abused. But no, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life, now wears his crown.
O my prophetic soul, my uncle.
Ay, that incestuous, that adulterate beast, with witchcraft of his wit, with traitorous gifts, a wicked wit and gifts, that have the power, so to seduce one to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. O Hamlet, what a falling off was there, from me, whose love was of that dignity, that it went hand in hand even with the vow I made to her in marriage, and to decline, upon a wretch whose natural gifts were poor, to those of mine, but virtue, as it never will be moved, though lewdness courted in a shape of heaven, so lust, though to a radiant angel linked, will sate itself in a celestial bed, and prey on garbage, but, soft, methinks I scent the morning air, brief let me be, sleeping within my orchard, my custom always of the afternoon, upon my secure hour thy uncle stole, with juice of cursed heaven and in a vial, and in the porches of my ears did pour, the leprous distilment, whose effect holds such an enmity with blood of man, that swift as quicksilver it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body, and with a sudden vigour doth posset, and curd, like eager droppings into milk, the thin and wholesome blood, so did it mine, and a most instant teddebarked about, most lazar-like, with violent loathsome crust, all my smooth body. Thus was I, sleeping, by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off even in the blossoms of my sin, unhouseled, disappointed, unanaled, no reckoning made, but sent to my account, with all my imperfections on my head. Oh, horrible! Oh, horrible! Most horrible! If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. But, howsoever thou pursuest this act, taint not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge, to prick and sting her. Fare thee well at once. The glowworm shows the matin to be near, and gins to pale his ineffectual fire. Adieu, adieu. Hamlet, remember me.